Hello, my name is Robert Oldroyd, and I'm the organist here at the First Presbyterian Church of Troy, Pennsylvania. Welcome to our 11th episode of our History of Treasured Hymns miniseries. In this installment, we'll explore the hymn Sweet Hour of Prayer. The story goes that a blind lay preacher from Coleshill, England, wrote the text to this famous hymn. His name was William W. Walford, and he ran a small shop in town. His friend, the local Congregationalist minister, Thomas Salmon, paid Walford a visit in his shop one afternoon. When Salmon arrived, Walford told his friend that he had created a new poem and he would be very appreciative if Salmon would dictate it for him. Reverend Salmon was immediately impressed. Several years later, when Salmon was in the United States, he submitted the text to the New York Observer magazine. The entry was described as the product of William Walford, a blind fellow clergyman from the little village of Coleshill, England. Sweet Hour of Prayer first appeared in the September 13th, 1845 issue. I began this presentation with the phrase, "the story goes," and this is because contemporary research cannot find a William Walford living in Coleshill, England in the early 1800s. Did Reverend Salmon embellish the story to help publish the hymn? We may never know. What is certain is that 20 years later, the composer William Bradbury set the poem to music and created a very popular hymn. Bradbury was an accomplished American composer of hymns and gospel songs. He was an organist and a good friend of fellow American composer and music educator Lowell Mason. This hymn frequently appears in hymnals with a DS or Delceno. This is a way for editors to save space on the page when two lines of the hymn have the same music. For Sweet Hour of Prayer, once you reach the end of the page, you return to the second line and sing the text beneath the staff. It is a great way to save ink. Here's the poem. Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, that calls me from my world of care, and bids me at my Father's throne make all my wants and wishes known. In seasons of distress and grief, my soul often found relief, and oft escaped the tempter's snare by thy return, sweet hour of prayer. Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, the joys I feel, the bliss I share. And of those anxious spirits burn with strong desires of thy return. With such I hasten to the place where God my Savior shows his face, and gladly take my station there and wait for thee, sweet hour of prayer. Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, thy wings shall my petition bear. To him those truth and faithfulness engage the waiting soul to bless. And since he bids me seek his face, believe his word, and trust his grace, I'll cast on him my every care and wait for thee, sweet hour of prayer. Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, may I thy consolation share, till from Mount Pisgah's lofty heights I view my home and take my flight. This robe of flesh I'll drop and rise to seize the everlasting prize, and shout while passing through the air, farewell, farewell, sweet hour of prayer. Will you join me in singing Sweet Hour of Prayer? Thanks for joining me for this episode of our History of Treasured Hymns mini-series. I hope you'll join us for our next installment. See you soon.